put the motherboard into the case. Grab my case, which is getting heavy. This will drop in right here. I should have probably put it in before I installed all the other parts, because now I'm having trouble. Try this again. One prong, just gotta bend up. There we go. That went in most nicely. Oh yeah. Screw down the motherboard. I'm trying to figure out how that cooler is going to fit in there. Okay, let's screw this down. Put the RAM in, and then figure out how that heatsink goes on. And once that goes in, then it's just a matter of plugging things in and turning it on. That screws in. Let's go ahead and install our RAM. RAM is keyed. Open these slots up. Drop that RAM in there. Open up the next one. That in there right next to it. This is actually going to double the amount of RAM I had in my current machine. Alright, let's see how this sucker works, shall we? Let's get our user's manual back out. Now we got that bracket on. Insert the clip lever through the clip lever slot. Okay, so the clip lever is conspicuously absent because I've got such a mess going on here now. There it is. Okay, so we need this. I think this goes on here thusly. Maybe it should go on there thusly. It goes on one of those. Anyway. Take this off, take this out, insert the clip lever through the clip lever slot. So according to this, it goes like that. So before we proceed, I set that right there like that. I'm going to get out a paper towel, which you should probably use a non-static cloth for this. We're going to lightly brush off the top of our chip. Going to do the same to the bottom of our heatsink. Probably should have blown on it, but there looked like there's a little imperfection on it. Looks like it might be just a little bit corroded. Not sure how long it's been sitting in a warehouse. Next thing we do, we get our thermal grease. And we get something small and flat to spread around with, such as one of the included stickers that we're not going to use. Unplug our thermal grease plug. Dab a little bit of that on top of the chip. Spread it around a bit with our flat tool. We're going to need a lot more grease in thermal grease is very important for putting on the chip, because that will ensure that any irregularities in the chip surface or on the heatsink surface do not interfere with heat transfer from the chip into the heatsink. And this is thick, goopy stuff, and this may not have been the best spreader I picked, but it's a little messy and it's working. You want to make sure the entire surface is covered, but it doesn't need to be thickly covered, because when you compress the heatsink onto the chip, it's going to spread out any excess you got all over the place. Alrighty then. Now, I leaned on my grease a little bit more extra than I needed to. Alright, and then we get our grease plug. Plug that back up. Our chip is covered in thermal grease. Now we take our cooler and attempt to install it without any major screw-ups. I'm getting the frame here a little bit just to make sure I get my bracket installed properly. Oh man, that's hard to see. Alright. Now before I install this, let me get this fan cable out of there. Probably supposed to wrap around the bottom. Out of the way of things. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. I'm going to take this little piece out for now. Wrap that that way. Okay. I think I got it connected there. Yeah, got it connected there. This goes down here. Whoa, no! It was not connected on the other end like I thought it was. Ouch. Ooh, sliced myself open. Ouch. Alright, there we go. Now it's in position. Yikes. You made it in my own blood. On my clip. Thought that went a little too easily. There we go. Alright. Now I'm bleeding my own blood. Fortunately, I don't think I bled into the case. We have the cooler installed. And it just clears the RAM. So we're going to go ahead and connect up our FanMate 2 to its cable. Take our FanMate 2 and stick it somewhere where it will be out of the way. Which I'm thinking is going to be like right in here somewhere. And we'll hopefully still be able to get to the potentiometer. Yeah, it looks like a good spot. And we're not in the way of any of our power crap. So one plug gets, I'll snake this around the board here. This plug goes into here. And this plug goes into the motherboard. CPU fan. One way on the other side, of course. Put this one first. That's not going to be easy reach. Ozzy's in a pickle. Right, there we go. Okay, So obviously you don't want that up and around your CPU fan. Garbage. Is it the best solution? No. The perfect solution? Probably not. Is it a solution? For now. I'll leave that to the side for the time being. Like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and clip off all of these. Alright folks, I'm running out of batteries, so if this cuts out suddenly, that's why. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and install this giant bracket. And the reason I'm going to do that now is because that's probably the most interesting thing left to do. And while I still got power, I want to show how that just kind of goes in. I got to slide that under there. There we go. Gotta line up the PCI Express slot. Make sure it seats all the way in. Can't tell if that's seated all the way in or not. It's not. Why not? Oh no, we're a long way from being fully seated. Because there's a thing here that needs to shift out of the way. There we go. Now we're fully seated. Got a little security lever on the back there, keep that from falling out. Alright, so the only thing left to do is plug in our power, data,